Hey folks, we're back. I'm your host BKP. Good morning from the office. Just going through some other highlights as far as highlights. What did I get to? Headlines. 9:29. Little cold here. I found it humorous that I said this earlier. Give me number 35. And the only reason I say this is I just find it humorous. Now, I'm not a scientist. I don't play one on TV. I don't claim to know all of the weather science out there. Number 35, please. Don't claim to know all the science out there concerning our weather. I thought this was very funny for one reason. As you can see, the Arctic air, this is CNN, temperatures running up to 35 degrees below average. This winter chill is coming into our area in Georgia as we speak. But they did not go into it being a climate change event. Now, this summer, they went into every one of the networks, cable or ABC, CBS, NBC, every one of them this summer during heat waves would put, and I would like to go back and find CNN and climate change event graphics, and I might do that tomorrow. But that being said, I thought it was humorous because they forgot to put that that's a climate change event. Something else that I found funny with CNN is number 39. Cast your vote for the CNN Hero of the Year. I just thought that was hilarious. I took a quick shot of there. CNN's heroes.com. Maybe we should put Project Veritas as the Hero of the Year. So I thought that was funny, just like that. And these are lower level administrators, not being disrespectful. You remember number 37, okay? These are lower level administrators. Aid freeze caused alarm at Pentagon. This is Pentagon, Laura Cooper. Catherine Croft concerned White House would change policy over politics. That's what she testified. Christopher Anderson, NSA Bolton, expressed concern about Rudy Giuliani. So my three questions to these people would be, number one, as a Republican to Laura Cooper, do you have cats and how many? That would be my question. I know I'm losing the women voters right now. Do you have cats and how many? My question as a Republican to Christine Croft would be, are you dating? Have you ever had a problem dating? Are you getting a date? Is that your profile pic on the dating websites? I know. How bad? And Christopher, I would ask, do you have friends, Christopher? Do you? Do you get invited out for a beer to watch the football game with the guys and some of the girls? Do you? Those would be my question, because this is where they're finding these people in the basement somewhere. I'm just telling you. This is deep state as you can get, okay? Lifelong bureaucrats. Now, so we talked about this when we closed, okay, number 48. We think is it a coincidence that Joe Biden had a town hall meeting last night in Iowa, all right? And during the town hall meeting, the clip was played, we played earlier, and there's no relevance. They can't find any relevance whatsoever for Republicans to call Hunter Biden, Nellie Orr, the spy, Chris Charmella, a.k.a. whistleblower. But they found it interesting to roll this out. A Warning is the name of the book, anonymous. Those of us who have seen these sorts of reckless actions again and again wanted to slam our heads against the wall. The explanation that he wanted to help combat corruption in Ukraine was barely believable to anyone around him. Folks, the President of the United States of America, forget the name Donald Trump. I always tell you that. Forget Donald Trump right now. There's a coup attempt, and has been one, for quite some time, to remove the President of the United States by the deep state. There is a coup attempt against the President of the United States to change your vote, the results of the vote. There's a coup in place that fundamentally, completely changes America and our right to have a vote and the President of the United States by somebody that the President cannot cross-examine this passage in this book, cannot cross-examine this author, cannot cross-examine Hunter Biden, cannot cross-examine Nellie Orr, cannot cross-examine, Eric Charmella, the spy, cannot cross-examine anybody, and they're starting an impeachment hearing tomorrow in the public. So let me get this, because I'm at 9:34, so I just say exactly what's going to happen. We watched who they called. We watched how they set it up. We watched how they said they were going to frame it. And I'm going to give you this because I know what I'm talking about, okay? This is from The Hill, okay? Just some headlines, okay? From thehill.com. Democrats sharpen their message on impeachment. White House struggles to get in sync on impeachment. These are some of the headlines. Okay. Top diplomat said request for specific probes in Ukraine was contrary to U.S. policy. All right. Nowhere in this time of this sham by Adam Schiff, okay, do you hear that the actual aid to Ukraine from this administration went directly to them and not through a back channel to get military. See, Obama was afraid of Putin. Obama was afraid of how it would look if you and I, the American people, took our tax money and sold them or sent them military equipment directly into Ukraine that they would use directly against the Russians in Crimea, right? Obama's administration was afraid of that, so they used another diversion to get equipment in. Obama's administration sent blankets. This administration sent actual equipment the Ukrainians need. This administration, actually, the deep state did not want Zelensky to become president of Ukraine. So you understand the other side of this coin. They're as unhappy that Zelensky's president as they are as unhappy our president is Donald J. Trump. So top diplomat said request for specific probes in Ukraine was contrary. Pentagon official alarmed over hold on the Ukraine aid. These are some of the headlines that keep going and going and going, okay? And what they plan to do, as they say, is put this in a way, create their own facts in a way the American people can understand it. Now they're going to paint a picture. So here's what happens this week, and let me move on from impeachment for a minute. Everything's been set up for sound bites, for clips and sound bites, okay? That's it. Now, you may think to yourself, why would the Democrats do this? I'm going to go with what I think here. Why would the House Democrats do this? When they know it's dead on arrival, DOA at the Senate, when they know they'll never get 20 senators to go against the President of the United States to give 60 to remove. So why are they doing it? Sound clips. You will see they have no candidate. They're looking at Bloomberg jumping in. And you got people like the gatekeepers of hell, Joe Scarborough, saying, well, maybe they need a moderate candidate. Bloomberg jumping in. He's doing everything he can to take his billions and fund a way to take your guns and end the Second Amendment, period. Okay? I'm serious. And then they're talking about Deval Patrick. Why don't you look into Deval Patrick up there in Massachusetts? They don't have a candidate. The only thing they could do is this week grab sound bites. So they've got it all sent up. They're painting a picture, and they're gonna create live sound bites. They're gonna stop witnesses to Republicans. They're gonna shut down the Republicans when things start going hard on their witnesses. They're gonna make sure they're gonna get the help from all of the media they need. There will be no, give me number, just so we can see the kind of witnesses they're going to see. Give me number, let's just go with, in fact, let's do this. Let's go with number 37. Okay. Show me 37. Okay. Then let's go to, from 37, let's go to 28. Okay. There you go. And then let's move over to 20. Republicans to watch: Will Hurd, Adam Zinginger, and Fred Upton. Okay, Republicans to watch. So what they plan to do is this week take everything. They will be, but not like you think. Okay, so they plan to not allow the Republicans, the witnesses that really should be there, Hunter Biden, the spy, Nellie Orr, they will not allow them. Okay, they're not going to let them show up. So you get no sound bites there. Okay, and you're going to have Vindman show up, and these others show up, and they're going to have the opening from all the Democrats of how creditable they are, and the evidence that we have now before us, things like that. The evidence we have now before us in sworn testimony, you will hear that kind of stuff, okay? They will chop it up. They will vote on impeachment, and then the commercials will fly, and they will not be commercials for a Democrat candidate. There will be commercials trying to get the independents to make a decision saying, are you really going to vote to send Donald Trump back to the White House as an impeached president? If he was this bad that Congress felt he needed impeached, what will he do second term, being unwatched or unchecked in the second term? And then they're going to have all these sound bites from all of these witnesses to go into commercials. So they will have the vote, they will have the commercials, and they will run the president of the United States down as far as they can. They will work on trying to collapse the economy, and that's how they plan to try to win the White House, because they have no chance, a snowball's chance in hell, of winning the White House in 2020 with a candidate. I'm your host, BKP. We'll take a brief break and wrap up when we get back. Take a break, please.
In 1981, Reed Nicholson began selling tires out of an old barn in Mineral Bluff. Little did he know that he had just laid the groundwork for the most